Hey everybody, welcome back. Where today we're going to talk about something a little weird. It's not the normal video. I'm sorry, this is not the normal video. There'll probably be one. If you really want to see it, let me know down in the comments. That'll keep me motivated because it's normal, you know. But today I want to talk about some abilities that we have right now that would be so good if a different Pokemon had them. And I've kind of done a similar Pokemon to this, or like good abilities on bad Pokemon. This is very similar, except some of these Pokemon aren't bad. They can't use the ability that they were given, if that makes sense. So today I have a list of 5 abilities that I have not talked about before that I think would be absolutely ridiculous on different Pokemon. Maybe I'll give some examples or something like that, but without further ado, let's jump right into it here. The first one we have Simple. Simple is an ability that not too many Pokemon get. If we look at the list here, really this is it. These are the only 5 Pokemon that get Simple in all of Pokemon, and they are not, it's fair to say they're not good Pokemon, right? Like, I really think that Simple B-Barrel might have been able to do some stuff in Dynamax formats if we had it in, like, you know, Series 2 of Sword and Shield, but we didn't have it. All we had was Swoobat, and Swoobat's bad. So, there you go. Simple, if you don't know what it does, it basically says that anytime one of your stats is raised or lowered, multiply that by 2. So if you click a Swords Dance, instead of getting +2, you get +4, and so on and so forth. And this is an ability that could be like really, really stupidly great on Pokemon that have a lot of boosting moves. And right now, the only Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet with Simple is Numel. And if you've seen the Numel short, if you haven't, go watch it. It'll explain what I'm talking about really easily here. But Numel gets Growth, and it gets Stockpile. And it gets like some other weird stuff like Acid Armor, I think. No, it gets Amnesia, like Defense Curl stuff. This is what I was using. What I was able to do is Growth in the Sun goes from being +2 boost to your attack and special attack to a +3 boost to your a +4 boost to your attack and special attack. So 1 Growth is putting you up to 3 times attack and special attack, which is kind of nuts. And then Stockpile, if you don't know what Stockpile does, it's really confusing, but for our use here, it just raises your defense and special defense by 1 stage. What we're able to do is basically, it's an Iron Defense and an Acid Armor all in one. So you get to, is that Acid Armor? No, Amnesia. It's an Iron Defense and an Amnesia all in one. You basically get to raise your defense and special defense by 2, which is amazing. And you can only, the other weird thing about Stockpiles, you can only use it 3 times. So normally you'd only be able to get to +3, but with this you can actually max it out at 3 uses, which gets you to +6 of both stats, which is really, really cool. Obviously the downside is that if your opponent lowers your stats, you can't click Stockpile again, but don't worry about it, okay? But yeah, I think if different Pokemon got Simple, it could be really stupid. And now we do have the move Simple Beam. And Showdown is going to tell us that some Pokemon can learn it, and they can, but only through egg moves, and there aren't any Pokemon in the game right now that learn Simple by, like, level up or anything. So these Pokemon can't actually learn Simple Beam. But if they did, we could do something silly like Simple Beam a Dondozo, which would be really funny. Imagine Dondozo with Simple, and then Tatsugiri comes in, and you go +4 on all of your stats instead of +2. That'd be really funny. But yeah, I don't know. I really just feel like if a different Pokemon got Simple, something that could really make use of it, something with like Dragon Dance, or I mean that's probably an extreme example, right? Because like a Simple Pokemon with Dragon Dance or like Quiver Dance or something would probably be insane. But could you imagine it? How funny would it be? It doesn't even have to be like have good stats, because it's gonna boost all of its stats to make up for it. But yeah, Simple. I really think that if like we got like a half decent Pokemon that learned it with just like a couple of good boosting moves, it could really, really go off. I mean, you can even click moves that'll boost into it. Like, technically speaking, you could go, and I actually don't know what the interaction between Mirror Herb and Simple is, but technically speaking, I think you could go like Mirror Herb, like Spicy Extract, or something like that, and I think you'd probably get extra boost from it, which would be really cool, but obviously that doesn't fit Numel, so it's not something we can do right now. The next ability I want to talk about is Contrary. Right now, there are only 3 Pokemon, I believe, that get 4 Pokemon, and they're all not great. There are, there's more than I thought. Enamorus, when it comes out, I think is probably going to be a stupid good contrary user. But up until now, we haven't really had one that's great. I mean, Shuckle, you could do contrary Shell Smash, which is really funny. It raises your defense and special defense and lowers your other stats, which is just really stupid. I don't recommend it. Lurantis used to be a decent user, but they actually nerfed Lurantis this generation. It doesn't get superpower anymore. So the only move that you have that can really take use of contrary is Leaf Storm. And I don't know, Lurantis isn't really the best user of Leaf Storm, if that makes sense. But looking at the ability here, like probably the closest things that we've had to good contrary users right now, or like ever, are Superior and Malamar. And Superior gets Leaf Storm, very similar kind of thing. It does the Leaf Storm thing. And then Malamar, it gets superpower, so it can do the superpower thing and, you know, get its stats raised. And in last generation in Sword and Shield, you could actually lead like Malamar and what is that Pokemon? Eldegoss, and you could do like the Eldegoss strats because Cotton Down will raise Malamar's speed instead of lowering it, which was really cool. It was a really fun thing, but it's really, really gimmicky, and it really doesn't like lend itself. It's not great. Malamar is not a good Pokemon. Malamar is an okay Pokemon that maybe if you squint, you can do something with it, and like Contrary is just the only thing you can do with it. I guess it gets like topsy-turvy, but obviously it's not in the game, so it doesn't matter. Superior is really, really close to this same thing. It gets Leaf Storm, and I think that's it. I mean, maybe it gets other moves, but I think really just Leaf Storm. And it's just fast, and it has a high special attack stat, so it just Leaf Storms over and over. But it goes down so easily that, like, you're really not going to get it off, like, more than once or twice. I don't know. I feel like Contrary Superior is actually not a Pokemon we've ever gotten to play with. Because I think it was not a move that was legal in... It's not an ability that was legal in Black and White. And then Superior hasn't really been in a game since then. Like, it was in Gen 6, but I don't think you could get it with Contrary. And yeah, it just hasn't really been released. Like, maybe once, but it's not... I don't know. Maybe we'll get it. Maybe we'll get to play with it. But this isn't a Pokemon we've really gotten to use, so it's hard to, like, really count it. Obviously, Spinda gets Contrary as well, and, like, it has the thing where it can do Entrainment Contrary, which is really funny. But we haven't seen Spinda in a very long time, so it's also kind of hard to count it. We don't know what it would do right now if we had it. I think Enamorus is probably going to be the closest thing to a good Contrary Pokemon. I mean, it does get Superpower, I'm pretty sure, yeah. It probably gets some other moves that can take use of it. Is it just Superpower? I might just be Superpower. Okay, so it gets Superpower. It has a good attack stat. It's not as high as a special attack stat, but it does get Superpower. It'd be really funny if it got Floor Cannon, but there's no way they're going to give it Floor Cannon. That'd be really stupid. But yeah, this is probably going to be the closest thing to a Contrary user, because Contrary Superpower, and it has, like, good stats. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know. I think maybe, like, Therian and Enamorus might be the better Mon. Who really knows? But we're really close with this one. I really feel like if we just had something that was a little bit better, we could do some stuff. And like I said, Lurantis was a decent Pokemon in Sword and Shield, but they took away Superpower. They, like, nerfed it. Like, there's no reason to use it anymore. It's really weird. The next one we're going to talk about, you can probably guess by some of the Pokemon that are up here, but Opportunist. Opportunist, on paper, sounds like a really good ability, right? If your opponent's stat boosts, you stat boost too, right? But here's the thing. There's no way for you to self-proc this reliably. Like, yeah, you can do, like, Flatter stuff, but Flatter is just +1, and it's really not worth it. Like, if you're going to do Flatter stuff, you might as well, like, just do something else, because you're not going to get very far with it. And you can't even... You could do Swagger, but Espathra has 60 attack. So, like, even after one Swagger, like, you're really not getting very far. And I think maybe, like, this Pokemon was good in singles. I don't know. It's, like, not even good into Dondozo, because Dondozo has Unaware, so you can boost your stats all you want. Dondozo doesn't care. This is almost good. It could be so good if another Pokemon got it. If, like, some physical attacking Pokemon got this ability, I think it'd be pretty good. And that's really all I have to say about it. Like, Espathra is the only Mon that gets it, like, ever. It's, like, its signature ability, but it just can't do anything with it. Like, there are very few situations where your opponent's going to boost in front of your Espathra. And, like, really, it's just better to run Speed Boost. Speed Boost is just better all of the time. It's, I don't know. It could be a good ability on a different Pokemon, I think. But right now, it just doesn't do anything. And I don't really have, like, better examples than that. Because I don't know. It'd have to probably be, like, a slow, bulky Pokemon that, like, sits on the field, you know what I mean? And even then, it'd probably be kind of tricky to do, because is your opponent just going to boost in front of you? Probably not. I don't know. And also, like, Mirror Herb is a thing, and it's, I mean, yeah, it only works once, but it's just Opportunist as an item. And we've seen a lot of Intimidate Pokemon use it, because you can, like, Intimidate into King Gambit, and they go to +1, and you go to +2, because that's how it works. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts about this one? Because this one, like, I think could be good on a different Pokemon, but I'm kind of on the fence. Like, maybe it's just not a good ability for double battles. I don't know. Let me know what you think about this. Do you have any Pokemon that you would give Opportunist to right now? Because I can't really think of one. The next one we have is Anger Shell. Anger Shell is literally like 1/2 of a Shell Smash when you get below 50% HP, right? Here's the thing. This is so hard to self-proc on Cloth. Cloth has 55 special defense, 115 defense. It's got, like, its other stats are not great. At +1, like, you're really not outspeeding anything unless you run max speed, and your attack stats not... You could outspeed things if you literally run max speed at +1. You can outspeed Fluttermane, just barely at +1. But you're not going to KO the Fluttermane, not with 100 attack, not at just +1. Like, I don't know. It's kind of funky. So at half HP, you go to +1 attack, +1 special attack, +1 speed. I feel like a different Pokemon could do better with this. Like, Cloth doesn't even learn Shell Smash. You can't even, like, take a turn to, like, Shell Smash, get Anger Shell proc, go +3 in every stat. Like, it doesn't work. You can't do that. So, like, that's not a thing. And then you have to go under 50 HP from damage. I've learned it says the ability description, like, in the game is confusing as well, but you have to go under 50 HP from damage. So we've had Pokemon like Galarian Moltres that basically have a very similar ability to this, where they go +1 special attack from Berserk. But this is like more and less than Berserk at the same time, because the only Pokemon we have that gets it is Cloth. And Cloth can't really use this ability very well. Like, it just doesn't have the stats for it. Its base stats are not there. It's just, the base stats are just not there. And if, like, just a Pokemon straight up with just more stats had Anger Shell, I think it'd be a really good ability. Like, just any Pokemon with more stats. What's a good example? I think even, this is gonna sound really stupid, but, like, I think Crustle even has more stats than... Just barely, yeah. Crustle has more stats than Cloth. Just a little bit. Like, it has less speed, but, like, all of its other stats are higher. I don't know. Like, just some other crab Pokemon could get Anger Shell. I think that'd be really good. Cloyster could probably make better use. The Cloyster's actually slower than Cloth. Why are all the crab Pokemon so slow? Let's look at all the mons that learn Shell Smash. Who wants Anger Shell? Let's give it to Blastoise. Right? That doesn't give me the, like, illegal results here. That's so funky. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a different Pokemon could really, really use Anger Shell. But I don't know what that mon is either. Like, I can't think of a mon that we have right now where it would thematically make sense for it to get Anger Shell and it would make very good use of it. But I feel like this hypothetical Pokemon, it's not like a million miles away. Right, like, literally, it just needs, like a little bit more speed and, like, bulk. If it was bulkier and had, like, Galarian Moltres, Galarian Moltres, hold on. Galarian Moltres, obviously, Berserk is not this, right? Can you please give me Moltres? Thank you. Oh, it's, yeah, Galar Moltres, sorry. I forgot Showdown. Berserk is not a million miles away from this. Like, yeah, you're only boosting one stat, but you're not taking a drop to 3 stats, and Galarian Moltres has decent stats. Like, if we got a Pokemon with a stat spread like this that had Anger Shell, I think it'd be good. And this is not even, like, crazy stats. Like, this is a legendary bird, but Moltres Galar does not have insane stats. Like, these are not, like, stupid stats. I don't know. Maybe I'm ranting too much about this one, but I was really excited for Cloth and Anger Shell, and then I got it, and it was just bad. And it makes me sad, and I want it to be better. And the last ability that we're going to talk about here today is Quick Feet. Might be a weird ability for me to throw in here. Let me explain. I was looking through the list of all of the abilities, and I saw Quick Feet, and I was like, I have never seen a Pokemon make good use of this ability. Like, really, if you look at all the Pokemon that get it, there's like 5, right? It's like simple. There's literally like a few. And none of these Pokemon want to have Quick Feet. Like, I guess maybe Mightyena, but look at Mityena's stats. What are these? These are trash. These are absolute trash garbage. Even with Quick Feet, you're not getting anywhere. So, I was looking at the list, and I was like, you know, this is just a free choice scarf if you have a status condition. Like, you could run like Toxic Orb or something like that. This is a free choice scarf if you have a status condition. It's like literally Guts, but for your speed stat, which sounds like super cool on paper. There's a bunch of Pokemon that use Guts, like super great, right? But none of the Pokemon that have Quick Feet want to run Quick Feet. Like, maybe the best argument you can make is Jolteon. But you have to run like Toxic Orb Jolteon or like Flame Orb Jolteon. It's just not, I don't know. Jolteon's fast enough. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, maybe with the status condition, Jolteon now it outspeeds Fluttermane, right? But it just doesn't sound very good. It doesn't sound good. And all the other Pokemon that get Quick Feet are kind of slow. Like, Linoon's not that slow, I guess, but it's Linoon. It's not done yet. Like, these are not good stats. Like, base 100 is actually probably what you would need for this ability, so that at least it has that going for it, but its other stats are not there. You're not doing stuff with Linoon. I don't know. Maybe like some kind of belly drum setup thing you can do, but I don't think it's gonna work. So, who needs to have Quick Feet? Who would it make sense for? Something like that. Something with at least base 100 speed, right? What if we go here and we scroll down? Something with like base 100 speed that could use Quick Feet. Something like, I'm already out of base 100 speed Pokemon that are in Scarlet and Violet. I don't know. Something like Typhlosion. If Typhlosion had Quick Feet, it'd probably be pretty good. Because then you don't have to run Scarf Typhlosion. You can run Quick Feet Typhlosion, and you can keep your Protect. That'd be cool, because then you can do like Eruption. This is just an example. But if Typhlosion had Quick Feet, it would make Typhlosion a better Pokemon, and it would make Quick Feet a better ability. Because right now, just Blaze and Flash Fire, that's lame. That's super lame. Those are lame abilities. Flash Fire is a lame ability unless your name is Armor Rouge. And even then, yeah, I don't know. That's just my thoughts. I really think this could be a good ability on a different Pokemon. This kind of occupies the same space as like Rattled for me, right? Like, if we got a good, fully evolved Pokemon with this ability, with like decent stats, I think it'd be great. Kind of like Rattled, right? Like, I was talking about Rattled, and then we got the Dunsparce. And the Rattled Dunsparce strat was really good in Series 1 and like a little good in Series 2. But now, like, obviously it's been power creep to hell, so the ruined Pokemon make everything hit too hard for strats like that to work. But you know what I mean. Like, that was kind of good because Dunsparce has like better stats than Dunsparce. Like, if we got a kind of fast Pokemon with Quick Feet, like if Breloom, here's a good example. Shroomish gets Quick Feet. If Breloom still had Quick Feet, it'd be so good. Quick Feet Breloom is just Scarf Breloom. Like, and yeah, Breloom's not quite fast enough for you to like outspeed things. I think Breloom is base 70 speed, yeah. So Breloom's not quite fast enough to outspeed things even if you're Jolly. Yeah, you can't even outspeed like Fluttermane, but you'll outspeed a lot of stuff, and like that'd be pretty cool, I think. I don't know. Here we are. A lot of Pokemon that get Quick Feet are like weird like pre-evolutions that like can't really use it. I really think if we got a good Pokemon with Quick Feet, it'd be kind of good. Like if Breloom still had it, maybe not this generation, but like last generation, like every other generation, Quick Feet Breloom would have been a fantastic Pokemon. It's just not right now because they decided that everything needs to have base 135 speed. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Are there any Pokemon? Are there any abilities that you think would just be amazing if a different Pokemon got them, or like we had a better Pokemon with that ability? Let me know down in the comments. I'm all ears. I want to hear about it. Go ahead, leave me the likes and the comments and the subscriptions. Be an AndyLa fan today. It's like a 20-minute video. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing? And with that, everybody, my name is Andrew, and I will catch you guys next time.